Joining us once again on the program is comedian Charlie Berens. Charlie, thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, no, thank you for having me back. It's good to be back.
Charlie's going to be at the beautiful Schubert Theater on Tremont Street in Boston on March 13th. I think last time we spoke, I gave you a little bit of a warning on working in Boston on St. Patrick's Day week.
Yeah, right.
Just to be prepared for a mess.
It's going to be dicey. Well, look, growing up in and around Milwaukee, I'll tell you that St. Patty's Day is something. I mean, we got Irish Fest over there. I know it does not compare to what I'm about to see in Boston that week, but, you know, I will have some familiarity. I'll just say that.
Okay, good. All I suggest is wear a helmet at all times and keep a can of Guinness in your hand, even if there's no beer in the Guinness can. People will see that, and they'll be less likely to aggressively approach you because they don't want you to spill your beer. So, yeah.
That's good info. Thank you.
Recently, though, and I got to ask this because I know we share a similar, a longitude, but we've got 2 feet of snow on the ground. Yesterday, it was negative 27 degrees with the wind. People have been complaining about this. Are we just wimps to Wisconsinites? Or is that something that's extreme for people in Wisconsin also?
Oh, I think that's cold any way you cut the cookie. Now, I'll say this, though. It's not the end of the world cold. It's like negative 27 with the wind. Not like, I got to go buy bread and milk because, the store's going to collapse, It's manageable, and you only got it for, a day or two?
Yeah, well, we got another 5 inches coming later this afternoon, and then another Arctic freeze on the weekend. So we haven't had a real winter here in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Midwest and East Coast are getting a real winter, which I agree we haven't had in quite some time. Meanwhile, the Colorados of it all and the West Coast, they're not getting any snow.
Yeah,
it seems. So it's kind of like winter comes and visits places now. It doesn't ever hit us all the same way it used to.
What do Wisconsinites do when they're snowed in? What is a popular activity?
Oh gosh, geez, when we're snowed in, well, we find all the ways to get out of it. We get the snowmobile going, we get the snowshoes going, we get the skis going, we go ice fishing. I mean, we can get to wherever we got to go, work, school, but ideally we call it off and just do what we actually want to do.
Right. And they enjoy some old fashioned Charlie Berens old fashioned brandy. I'm sure.
Oh, sure. There's that. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully not before the snowmobiling, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, just to let people know, Charlie makes his own brandy. Berens Old Fashioned Brandy. You also are an Emmy winner, and you are a New York Times bestseller. You're not just a comedian. You wrote this book, The Midwest Survival Guide, which kind of explains to people some terms and explains some situations that you could run into in the Midwest. Now, that was back in 2021. 5 years later, is there anything, like maybe one term or one thing you could add to that survival guide since the book has come out?
Oh boy, that's a good question, isn't it? I'd have to think about it because I'd also have to think what terms did I put in that book now. I'm as forgetful as I am Midwest. So
your comedy is very Midwest specific, very Wisconsin specific, your home state. And when you were first going out on the road as a comedian, were there places like on this tour, you got the Lost and Found tour going on here. That's the one coming to Boston. You're going to Florida. You're going to San Diego. Did you find places where people were just like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's always some of that kind of stuff. But, for the most part, people kind of understand either the Midwest or they're either from the Midwest or know someone from the Midwest. So usually we didn't have a huge issue with that. And I also, if I'm going to a place where I know a lot of people don't understand it, I'll set it up in a different way and then, do a bunch of jokes as I set it up, So everyone's kind of able to understand it a little bit.
My family lives in Western Pennsylvania, so my question about that is that considered part of the Midwest? Because then you've got Philadelphia, which is an East Coast city, but then it's such a different place once you get past Harrisburg. So would that be considered part of the Midwest?
Yeah, I've always thought Western Pennsylvania was like part of the Midwest. I mean, I was out there in Pittsburgh, and I was thrown by how like Midwest. It felt like the East Coast was having a love child with the Midwest while Canada cucked. It was a wild place, but it feels very Midwest at heart. It really does. And I think it's definitely an honorary. I think all Western Pennsylvania is honorary to the Midwest, if I'm being honest.
Can you define, what is a Midwest goodbye? Is that like a French exit or an Irish goodbye?
Quite the opposite. It's sort of a way where you linger and you you keep saying, well, I better get going. Okay, just one more beer, pull my leg. I better get going. All right, well, we could watch this. I mean, it's not going to be that long. What is it, the Star Wars trilogy? That sounds like fun. Like, oh, you can't go yet. I just put a casserole in, that kind of thing where it's just the goodbyes last forever and ever and ever. And you're like, I gotta go.
See, I love the French exit. It's like I'm having a great time, and then it's like, you know what? I tried to avoid that whole scenario.
Pull the parachute.
Right.
It's smart.
And also, and I didn't get to ask you this last time we talked. The concept of the supper club is something you bring up. Now, here around Worcester, Massachusetts, a supper club kind of means that's where organized crime hangs out. Like I have two Albanian supper clubs, or social clubs as they're sometimes called, in my neighborhood. And the shades are always pulled. Every now and then there's a couple of guys standing outside smoking, but that's about it. What is the supper club in Wisconsin?
Well, the mafia was definitely there back in the day, Al Capone and all that sort of stuff. So that may have a big influence on it. But the supper clubs, there's some that, really took off in sort of the mid-19th century or mid-20th century, I suppose. And they're just kind of, they haven't been renovated since, for the most part, but it's a place you can go get prime rib and, get a grasshopper or pink squirrel, one of those ice cream drinks. It's kind of a meat and cocktails kind of place with wood panel walls. Maybe if you're lucky, the carpeting kind of does that thing where it creeps up onto the wall, it kind of, the lower part of the wall is carpeted too. There's a lot of some fake wooden panels on the walls, and the benches, the bar stools are that sort of leathery looking stuff from the 50s that's cracking now, and they are always making old fashions, and their brandy is flowing, and love is in the air.
Wow, you just described my grandparents' house. Pretty much.
There you go, exactly. See, pretty much think about if you could go to your grandparents' house and get a prime rib or a fish fry. Well, there you have it.
That sounds like heaven to me, actually. That sounds great.
Well, come on out to Wisconsin. Do the supper club tour. You'll love it.
I'd love to. The only thing I know, I've never been to Wisconsin, and the only thing I know about Wisconsin is what I learned on the Making a Murderer docuseries and the musical stylings of Bon Iver. Those are the only things I know about Wisconsin. That's the only stuff I know. I mean, the Averys, they're your average Wisconsin family, right?
Oh, sure. Just your run-of-the-mill standard, possibly murderers. Who knows?
When that came out...
No, there's a lot more to Wisconsin than that. There's a lot more. I do know that's the rap it gets sometimes. But you come on out. Worst case scenario, you'll just, you'll just be stuck in a long goodbye, not stuck in a trunk. All right? So come on out.
So 3 days to see Wisconsin, 4 days to say goodbye.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Well, is there an actual supper club tour?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I don't know of it offhand, but I am sure that they've got something like that. I think you just kind of look them up and go to the spots,
And
you
just
know,
do it
to
yourself.
kind of map out your own tour. Yeah,
I would
but
love
I bet
to
you they
do
got
that.
one somewhere. I'm just not sure.
That's right in my wheelhouse. I would love to do that. Absolutely. Well, Charlie Berens is going to bring a little bit of that supper club culture to Boston on March 13th at the Schubert Theater, and looking forward to seeing you. And he's gonna the show. How long does the show usually last? Like an hour?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half with openers and stuff.
And then add another hour for you saying goodbye. And so, it's a good...
Yes. You got it.
That's awesome. Well, Charlie, thanks. And then, I'm sorry, I wanted to mention Neighborly, which you can see on YouTube also. So if you want to get a sample what Charlie's all about, check out his special, Neighborly. Charlie, thank you very much for taking the time today. I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you in Boston March 13th.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you back, and you watch for deer out there.
Oh, does that mean you love me?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
yes,
Charlie.
It does. Right before Valentine's Day. You got it.
All right. And then I'll tell you I love you in a great massholism. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out, knucklehead.
There you I like it. I like it. Well, I appreciate you. You be good now.
All right, Charlie. Thanks, man.
See you soon.